welcome to my channel. Now, I've already done this intro and done a bit, but it didn't record. I have no idea why. So what I've done here is I had a piece of card left over from another project and it was 8 inches tall. So what I've done, I've made an 8 by 8 so that I can make a TN style journal. And then I had a scrap of wadding left over, so I've glued that onto here. Then I've taken a piece of calico that I'm now going to glue onto here. Now I'm also going to sew round it as well, so I will get on with gluing this around the edge. Okay, I'm now going to let that really dry and then I will sew around the edge here and I will do some trimming if I need to. Right, I've sewn all the way around the edge here and trimmed up a little bit, and I've sewn a signature in, just a small one. This is, I've taken papers that I'd got printed out and were just sitting there. I've backed them, put them back through the printer. There's a bit of Florentine paper, and just reprinted them out with a backing on them. Now, the cover I want to do. And what I would do is I will try and hold that down up there, because I made the mistake of putting the signature in and not doing the cover. And I do have this ready. I've got a piece of coffee dye paper that I'm going to put along up the top here. I might find, oh dear, I hope this is going to come out, because that didn't come out very well, the pin. Oh, that's all gummed up. Right, what I might actually do is, I've done this before when I've done one of these, yeah, flatten it like that will be a better idea. I will do that. Let me get rid of that over there. I hope this is not all gummed up. So I'm going to put this down first. I've inked round it, and I'm just going to do some layering on the front cover. Now, I'm not using any particular kit or anything like that, but what I am going to do is use, I'll show you these from Tailor Made Journals, Where Love Blooms. Now, one of the big things I've been trying to do this year is use everything up that I've got. Not use everything up, because I'm never going to. Probably not even in my lifetime. But I've got kits in the past and I haven't used them, or I've got them ready to use and then haven't. Right, the next thing I want to do is I've got some music paper and I'm going to put that down there, and I've just inked this as well. Anyway, I've a major job. I got all my digital kits that I've bought over the years and I've put them onto a spreadsheet. And as a consequence of doing this, I found some kits that I actually didn't even know I'd got. How bad is that? When I first started doing all this years ago, one of them was the time cards from Artie May's time card toppers. And they were lovely. And I thought, why? I downloaded them, but I couldn't find them where I downloaded them. So I had to download them again, but they were lovely. And I thought, why haven't I used these? I couldn't get it. Anyway, I found a couple of kits like that, or I'd forgotten I'd got and hadn't printed. And so I really am sorting a lot out at the moment with that. And I've chosen this image here from this kit to go, from this Where the Love Blooms, to go on there. I haven't actually inked that yet. Oh, need to go around there. So this is all, as I say, this is scraps that I'm using. I've also got my small bin of scraps out, not the really tiny things. These are, I've got 3 other bins with A4 type size, then A5 sort of size, and then small scraps like this, which when I was trying to find some music sheet, I forgot to look in there. Really silly thing. So as you see, you can build up the layers like this, and then I've got this to go here. So just go around the edge on this. That like that. Oh no, I want to move that along a bit. There. And then I've got, again, this is lots of words that I've got, memories. I suppose I could call it memories, this one. There. Now, it's not going all the way in, I'll sort that out afterwards. So that's going to be the front. Now on the inside, I want to put some lace just down the side here. I'm not going to put anything in it, but what I thought was I could put this down either end, this side and at the back. As a decoration, or I will leave it open so that it can also be used, somebody can use it as a pocket if they want to. I'm not going to put anything in it, as I don't quite know how much I'm putting in this. Do that. So I'll now just glue these down. Okay, I've done that. Just leave that in there for the moment. Now I want to put a pocket, and I have these out of that scrap bin I found, and I'm going to put one either side, but I'm going to even them up a bit, and oops, I'm just going to pin them down the bottom here and trim off here. Okay, that one first because it's the smaller one. Like that. And then I've lost my scissors. There, I'll use these. Sorry, trim off the top there. So you have one I can put there and one that I can put there. Now these are just paper, so I'm going to put them onto some card here. Just stick them on there, just to reinforce them a bit and cut them out. These are now glued in and they've been reinforced either end. I did snip the pointy bit off there, so there's a pocket there. Now, one of the other things I have is a box full of these little tabs. So I'm going to use just a couple of them, and need to start using them. And I thought I could put this on here because this is a pull out like that. So I thought that could go on there. I might end up with a small pocket here and a tall tag, I think. And I just need to ink round this and I just love the pattern on this. I also have another one here that I'm going to put nearer the beginning, one of these of the journal, on one of the book pages up here, if I can find what I've done with them here. And I thought that could go on there. These are, this is an Edith Holden, a small Edith Holden. I've got some dictionary, Spanish dictionary, and some Gothic and a doily. Now, one of the other things is I've got quite a few doilies that I've tea dyed, and I thought maybe what I was thinking is folding this in half and putting on here as a tuck spot. Maybe put it down because that covers quite a bit of that. Or this side. Yeah, that side. So for this, I'm just going to put a bead of glue down here. Now, glue does tend to show up through a doily, so what I'm going to do is probably put a collage onto it. It's one way of using your doilies up. As I say, I'm really trying to see what supplies I've got and what I can do with them. Right, that's that one. Now, I've also got, I found this here. Oops, not that. A collage masterboard I made that, I think it's that way up, I haven't used, and I thought it went quite well with this. I also found some tags that I've already done that I thought I could use, and a cut end pieces from a masterboard. And remember I said about making a pocket up here with a skinny tag. I thought I could use this as a skinny tag and put some image on that. But I'm going to need some pockets to put these in, and I'm not cutting this up until I know exactly what I'm using it for. Now this is done using, and these, just, you know, when you cut off the thin strips off a sheet of paper, I get a lot of thin strips. I just collect them when I'm doing a journal and then put them onto, this was on cream card, and then use them. But I started doing this at the beginning of this year to use these strips up, and then I've sort of stopped. So I need to do them. I also have, these are the bigger strips that have been cut off. I'm planning on making pockets, I think, with some of them. And then I've also got these that we've made. These will have been out, I think, by the time I bring this out. Yes, I think that will have been out. These are the clusters we made recently. So I want to use these. And again, these are like corner pockets. Well, the corners taken off of paper that I've cut up, but I've put them into sort of like, these are the right-hand pockets, left-hand pockets, top pockets here. and some straight ones, so I'm planning on using them as well. Okay, first thing is these. I want to get these in somewhere. Now this is going to be too big for the page, even if I decide to do it this way. It's going to be overlapping too much for me. So my plan is with this one, and I know this is to trim it down and then just it's going to be difficult putting the corners in. Right, I need my smaller scissors, and I'm just going to round the corners on these. Have I asked if you're well? Will that fit on the page? Yes, brilliantly. Keep that up. So I'm going to use this as a pocket on a page. Just got to find a page. Ah, that's a flip. Where's the other side of that? There. Yep. And I'm going to put some string in there. Some of my butcher's twine. So I'm going to leave that on there, and I'm going to glue this around the bottom and the sides here. And turn this cluster into a pocket along here. Now I have these other ones that need to go on somewhere. This is a pocket with a library card in. As I say, I'm sure you've seen these already. That was at the front. Let's see if I can put this one somewhere. Right there. I think I'll put that on there. Now you can leave the back as a pocket if you wanted to. I'm going to leave it open for now. I'm not sure if I will, and how it would work with this on. I might just glue around this so it doesn't stop anything going into the pocket at the back. And if I bring that over there, that can dangle out the side. Whoops. Like that. This is quite stiff book page. Okay, I have all of these. Maybe I won't use them all. I like this one. I think I might leave that one because I've already got one like that. I might use this for something else in another journal. Yeah, I think I'll put that one on there. And this one I think I'm going to leave again as well because I'm not sure. I'm going to put it in, I think, but I don't know where just yet. As I do want to make up some pockets, especially for this. I could use this here. So if I just mark it there and there, because I want the writing on there. Now you can see how easy it is to use up some scraps for this kind of thing. And oops. And that would be ideal. I'll come back to that in a minute with that tag, I think. Yeah. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just make sure. Yep. I think I'll go to there with it. Oops. The other things with this piece It's a nice big pocket, but I'm also thinking cutting round that and making it a journal card. And I'll use my that can go in there. Don't know what I'm doing with it yet. I have to think about that one. But that works quite well. And do I put something on this side or down here? Another pocket down there. Maybe I'll do that. It's a wider one. What have I got left? Or do I use one of these? Trim that off there. Yeah, but I think I am going to put that on card because this is quite thin paper. This one I'm just going to glue along here down the two sides and leave the others open on there. And now I don't know what I've done with my pin there. Okay, well, we're coming along with pockets. Okay, on this one, I'm wondering if I should not use a piece of this on here as a pocket. Okay, I've done that, and I'm going to notch it, I think, rather than if I can find it. There it is. Oops. There. Oh yes, I like that down there. And again, I might do some decoration on it eventually. But here I have used a lot now. Using things up in this, even though I'm going to be making my own ephemera rather than using the boxes of ephemera I've got. At least I'm using some of the things that I've got already, like these tags. I'm hoping this tag will fit in there if I can find them. There they are. Whoops. Oh yeah, that goes in there nicely. Right, now I need a pocket this side for one of those tags to go in. Mind you, would they go in there? I know where they'll go. Is that going to catch? I'm going to leave that. I think that might catch, and it won't go in there because I shut that down. So that needs a smaller tag. Now I need a pocket this side, but I've got that. So, there. Yeah. I can put that in there. Right. And then I need things for here. Oops. For going inside there. And you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to cut this down. I will choose where to cut it down. Yeah, I'm going to turn that into a journal card, I think, in there. Get rid of these bits. I also have some vintage music paper. What if I take the sides off of the side here. Oops. I always keep the sides as well to make sure I can then stamp on the sides. That went a bit rough, but I'm not worried. And I'm going to turn the top down just to reinforce it. Yeah, and it hasn't cracked, thank goodness. There. So I'll just use my glue stick on this, glued down like that. And then I've got this strip of paper. I could make a tag with that. I can do a collage on there, make a tag with this. I'd cut it down so it came to sort of about there. I'm going to stick that bit of paper in there to make a tag with it eventually. A pocket here. How big a pocket is it? Now you see this is cut off from the cover, so I could make a tag with that in there. I'll see about that one. But one of the other things I want to do is just put some lace down the side here. And what I've got is this here to go over. Oh, I wanted a nice delicate lace. I tried the cotton lace, it didn't look very good. Okay, I've cut this piece and I'm going to put it on like that now. I think I'm going to lay this down like this to put this on down the over the seam, so I get it the right side with the right length on the front. I like that down the front, it's delicate. I think I'm going to leave that here now, and I will be back with an update on it at some point. I thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the start of this new, I suppose it's an eclectic journal, using up all the bits I've got. It's not all the bits, is it? It's never going to be all the bits. That's going to be the problem. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I will speak to you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit all those like buttons and the other buttons, and I'll talk to you all again. Thank you. Bye.